thought that it would be cute to do this like side braid that I saw on Cosmo. It was actually hideous and has already fallen out. I guess I'll just wear my hair to the side though because it's unconventional and cool. I have actually written out my thoughts. So if you see me glancing down, I'm not like checking the non-existent watch that I have, but I'm actually just looking at my notes, just my little cheat sheets here on all your futures. I organized mine alphabetically, by the way. First we have the lovely, the darling Annie. And Annie, I see you, now you're going to grad school. Snaps, by the way. I'm so proud of you. And I see you traveling for a bit. I think in Africa and more like Western Asia. So not so much the Far East, like China and Japan, but more like India and Bhutan and Nepal. Because I think that traveling is something you definitely really want to do more of. And I see you coming back here and using that travel experience that you've gained and whatnot to sort of found and run an interfaith community center. I think Washington, D.C. would be a really cool place to do that, but I also think that that need is being realized there. I don't know if that was the correct terminology for it, but I think I see you bringing interfaith to places where there might not already currently be a lot of interfaith activity. So, you know, maybe somewhere more like, you know, the Midwest or pretty much anywhere. Actually, how do you feel about Montana? Do you like Montana? No? Okay, that's okay. I think there's untapped potential there though. Hey, Brittany, I see you continuing your work with kids initially. I think that that's something you're liking right now, and so definitely something that, you know, you've already sort of got a job doing that and you'll just kind of like continue with that for a bit. But I think you might get a little burnt out. I mean, I think that kind of happens with anyone who's got a heart and does what you do. And then I honestly, ultimately, in 10 years, see you more working with battered women and sort of like domestic abuse cases. I don't know if that makes sense. Strong feeling that that is where your strengths really would lead you, because I think that you have both the compassion and the strength that people really need to see. You know, like you would be totally understanding, you would be there for them, but you would also be like, hey, you've got this. Like, you've really got this. Like, I think you could definitely do that. You could definitely be the support that someone in that situation would really need. I guess that's just where I see you. Then Jocelyn, I like this idea of you as the principal of a charter school. Potentially one that you founded. But I think because I've been learning a lot about charter schools, and I just, you know, I see them as being more transformative, and they sort of have all of these missions that they are really going with, and I just think you're really passionate about education. I also totally see you lobbying with the local government for funds or for support or for the allowance to take the kids on a field trip somewhere. I really see you being an excellent, like, superintendent, principal, like, just a driving force in education, and someone who works closely with government, because, you know, that's what you're studying now, so I think you have a good understanding of it. Trina, I see you and Matt opening a vegan cafe in Portland, and I see that doing really well, and I think that once that does really well, you will also open a sort of more like vegan, like, nightclub, jazz club type of place, and I think both places will have an evening music venue that you and Matt will sort of use. You know, I know Matt's really interested in music and like music production, and I think that you'll discover new artists that way. And I don't know that you'll have like your own studio maybe eventually, or maybe like you'll have sort of a garden shed studio type thing, like a very grassroots organization. But I definitely see you having some sort of vegan food place that also has musical talent going on, if that makes sense. Holy shit, this video is long. But so I'm gonna pretty much wrap it up, I guess. I love seeing your videos. Oh, I'm reading Amy Poehler's biography right now. Super snaps, love it. And I think that something she talks about that we could all like take a really nice lesson from is, she says, I don't think people should be asking people in their 20s what they want, but what they don't want. because she's like, I didn't know for sure what I wanted. I knew what I didn't want. And so I think that's a cool thing to focus on, you know, is like, I know I don't want this. So like working on eliminating those to come up with better choices or things for you to think of or focus on. Okay, well, that's all. Okay, I love you guys so much. Okay, bye. I mean, honestly, can you even tell that it was a braid, or does it look like I just twirled hair together in an angry fashion?